E é isso, família. Brasil, a terra da beleza e do caos. E isso reflete diretamente na música. E não é à toa.
The homie Zappy was right. Brazil absolutely has beauty and chaos entwined in its spirit. It's to render it inseparable. We'll check in later with Zappy in our second part about Rio. Zappy's a live MC. We just wanted to get a little bit more information about his scene. But to continue, Rio is a place that doesn't allow the heat without the humidity. What I mean by that is everyone is going to get sticky. It's like the local rainforest about to overtake the city. I don't know, but Rio.
Our people are the misfits of society.
The miscreants.
That's okay. The miscreants, the degenerates, not total. I don't want to insult our friends. We don't have any like Frank friends, like total Frank people in our lives.
But you know,
Frank Gallagher, no.
But we do have like. We're not going to wake up at 6 a.m. to go running type people. We're not those people. We're going to wake up at 1 o'clock hungover. And I'm sorry.
That's because they are.
Is that our brand? I guess so.
They are just. They look fabulous. They really do.
Yeah.
All right, let's go do Rio.
All right.
We're going to do Rio RJ and DB style.
So,
and try not to get arrested. That's always our goal. Do not get arrested.
So we're actually at the Hilton. We usually don't do hotels, but we had to do a hotel because our Airbnb was one, too far out. Oh, we're on the wrong floor.
Oh yeah, wrong.
Two, it was hard to get into.
Had a little bit of drama at the Airbnb. Unfortunately,
and then we were gonna like do some electricity surcharge which was weird. So we just was like, we gotta go.
Yeah.
Wonder, 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 wonder,
Caipirinha time once again. Yeah.
I'm in fear of what's gonna happen.
If we don't drink though, we need to drink though. Start over.
For our movie.
Never mind. Let's just start over.
There's no starting over. There's just editing.
Okay, we'll edit it. All right. Here we are. Caipirinha time.
Yes. Across the street from the Great Beach. We didn't go to the incredibly popular place because it was like crazy over there.
But we are officially in the Copacabana area. And it's pretty cool, guys. I'm not gonna lie, this is quite an experience so far. We have landed right at the beginning of Carnival.
I think.
You think?
Like, it's at a different time than usual.
But yeah, it's barely happened. It's getting ready to happen. Really excited. Really excited about this. We're sitting down to get some lunch right now. We're at this really cute little restaurant patio on the beach, Taverna Atlantica, and we're just watching right now. it's just really, really nice. The weather's really balmy, beachy. It kind of feels a little like Georgia. Weather. Anyway, more to come.
It feels like Rio.
Feels like Rio.
A reminder to anyone who may be watching, we are not a food show. We are a drinking show. Even then,
you should be eating some food with your drinks. So these go really well with the Caipirinhas. We've started off with some fried codfish balls. They're really good, kind of like just some fritters. They go excellent. They're excellent with these Caipirinhas. We're going to be going into the history of the Caipirinha momentarily. United States, Atlanta, Georgia.
You knew we were going to do it. It was inevitable. We were going to steal notes from the master Bourdain, like a C-plus student, and visit Bar Urca to lavish in the splendor by the bay, Tony style. What other way is there to do it, really? A picnic on the Urca wall, beer, salty treats, beer, happy dogs, friends who may have not seen each other for a while, and for which a party is in order. Bar Urca is where you may meet those old pals before venturing out on a boat together, where you may not remember much afterward. It doesn't matter though. This is why you cash out your 401k early. Hand in that resignation letter. This may be Shangri-La right here in Rio.
nobody has a bar yet called Bar Fly. I haven't done that one yet.
Barflies.
You never paid a cover to get in it.
Yeah, this. I mean, this.
Did Bukowski ever pay covers? No.
Had that hard day of working at the post office. No.
Yeah. You cover.
Okay, don't say that again. I'm gonna have to edit that out now. Bukowski seemingly had everything you would want out of a bar. Beautiful people, a well-appointed dance floor with competent DJs, a strong imaginative drink list, and memorabilia. However, the soul of the place was a misguided attempt to cash in on the cachet of one of literature's biggest man tropes. Bukowski seemed like a place that wouldn't let in Bukowski himself. This place had the look and feel of a bar and grill anywhere on earth. It might as well have been another fake Irish pub in anywhere, any place. This place truly proves the point that a bar is determined by its customers over any other factor, including its drinks, its music, and its decor.
Bukowski is a goth now, I guess. I don't know. It seems kind of. We came, we saw, we Bukowski, Henry Chinaski. We'll see you around post office.
Alright, so I have a separate assessment from a diva. Personally, it reminded me of a Hard Rock Cafe with slightly better taste. You get what I'm saying? Like, the music wasn't bad. It was just not exceptional. And everything else about it screamed yuppie entitlement, but those places could be fun. I'm just not single. Bye.
It was time to head over to the Botafogo neighborhood. Botafogo is bringing hipster chic back. As a new crowd of quirky, bright, and fun, 20 and 30-somethings make their way into this arty neighborhood in Rio. Botafogo is definitely keeping Rio weird. We found ourselves dancing at Casa de Matriz, and as elder millennials, okay, I'm more on the latter end of Gen X, we were pleasantly surprised to make our way into their special Friday night set of indie rock classics, spanning from the early aughts all the way to, well, the end of indie rock, which may be 2011, that is still up for debate. But alas, this is all retro now. The beautiful chaos in Rio heightens the nostalgia of those days. However, and I have a fondness for these kids in Rio, as they embrace their own brand of uniqueness. If you happen to find yourself in Rio and need a new tribe of misfits for the night,
in the early 2010s.
It's like a Matthew McConaughey, like, kind of weird thing. Like, we get older, but in the time-space continuum, same age. In the indie rock time-space continuum.
Like, we should have heard the Arctic Monkeys being played. Like,
And I always said I liked Arctic Monkeys. I didn't get into them. The Force of the Machine, though, jam was great. Like, the Dog Days, like, yeah! Dog Days! We're drinking this Cubano Libre, you know, with the Florence Welch. I am happy. I'm in my good self.
right, so I don't know how to say the neighborhood. It's Botafogo. We're correct that info. But it's literally like, for Atlanta people, it's like we somehow ended back up in MJQ at the town. But we'll report back later.
Okay, I am here tonight with the Spitters. I met these guys in Rio. We are out tonight partying. We are clubbing. Please tell me tonight about the neighborhood we're in, the club we're in, and your name. You go first. Spitter 1, Spitfire 1.
I'm Luca. I'm not gonna do one of
You were just
yeah, we just make like some indie rock music, just trying to spit out what we feel, what the world is to us. Yeah, that's it. We just have fun, right?
Taking forever to reach out to you. It's taking forever, but I don't want you. But maybe till never. I'm playing against the wall, and I'm on my own. I'm on my own, and I don't wanna be alone. I'm on my own. I'm on my own. And I don't wanna be alone. I'm on my own. I'm on my own.
all right. So anyway, tell us about you. Spitfire number 2. What's going on with you?
I'm the drummer. I also write some stuff. We're seeking like alternative stuff. You know, that's why we came here right now, to listen to the things are easy to hear on our earphones.
Something that isn't
So
like
tell me
done
what-
right now, but like in English.
What do you guys?
That's the hard thing.
That's the hard part. Is you got to do. You're doing stuff in English and Portuguese, or right now just primarily
I mean,
Portuguese.
it's not naturally
Just English.
accepted,
Oh,
you know?
okay.
It's like, it's weird for Brazilians to be doing like, I feel like.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. Actually, we're struggling with this.
I think that's a big
situation,
part
like,
of
about,
it,
you
yeah.
know, speaking English with foreign others that speak Portuguese. It's a hard
It
thing.
might be like a weird vibe.
We're growing up and out there, so shit. You know,
But like this, no? That was weird seeing the reaction about it.
What made y'all want to get in a band together?
This is what we do in our show, but
I mean,
to spit some
so I
stuff
want to talk to you guys.
I think that's really where our name comes from, you know, like just trying to put out stuff and just spit really, like just not in a pleasant way, you know what I mean? That's why the spitters, it's
we
like,
don't want to hold
it's
things
got a
for
lot.
ourselves.
So I'll
Yeah, it's
Everyone
not
to feel
a
like
tasty feeling, it's just trying to put out rough stuff and how we can. That's
you
our
told me
ability,
that.
right?
Obrigado. Okay.
All right, so when people go to a Spitter show, what do you want them to come away from that show feeling?
I mean, they can be sure they're not looking for the stuff they listen on Spotify and YouTube. You know, that's every show is a show. We're not like here to reproduce performances. You know, it just goes with the flow, right? If we're feeling it, it's a show. If we're not feeling it, and it's up to you. You know what kind of show it's gonna be.
It is ultimately up to the person watching the
so
art
if you were
to take what they want from it, correct? Yeah.
if you were to meet a complete stranger and tell them about your music, what would you say it was about?
You're gonna feel so much things, you know.
It's
You
nostalgic.
live like a, you know, you live like a.
You feel like you know it from a long time, right? Like you're not listening to it like a new thing. It's like it's been there for you, you know. You just haven't find out.
Yeah,
That's the other
it's a
speaker.
nostalgic thing, just like the Strokes. You know?
Yeah.
You just know it. You just don't know you know it already.
What period are you nostalgic for the most? Because, like, I'm going to be for real.
I'm
Like, this
nostalgic
music
for
that's
something
playing
that I
tonight
never-
is, like, nostalgic for my 20s. Totally.
Stuff to say, right? Cause like I think being nostalgic is like not really knowing what you're nostalgic from. So it's a tough question.
No, sometimes I'm nostalgic for something that
It's just a feeling.
I was just pretending to be, but I didn't live at all. So
I get that.
I'm just, you know, imagining the best scenario that I could live.
It's
I
a
like
piece.
that. I like it.
Yeah.
I like it, guys.
Cheers.
The Spitters.
All right, one more thing,
You're
Spitters.
a gin and tonic guy, by the way.
Feeling supersonic.
You're a G&T guy?
Gin and tonic supersonic. You got a little Stella twirl.
Wait a minute, I got one more question.
Oh, one more question.
If you had to tell anyone to start with one song that y'all made, what song would it be?
I really go for like hitting on the It's kind of groovy. No, I think it's cool. You like it. I'm not gonna.
Yeah,
You just go and listen. Hitting on you.
It was just
That's the fun part of it. It's a song that was made like we were like we have
just happened. It just
middle of the pandemic. We didn't have much time. It was like that's it. We produced the clip, the video clip, the song. Everything's 24 hours, so you're gonna like it. Just have a listen.
24-hour party people. The Spitters. The fucking Spitters.
Check it out.
Check it out on Taste the Noise. You heard it first here on Taste the Noise.
Okay, so let's talk about these articles here. Because of the so-called doctrine, right or property, given the 3% of the Favela chance to stay and continue here in the south, right side of the city, we can very easily see that when rich people live kind of side by side. Copacabana, for example, there are 78% of the most expensive 5-star hotels in Rio. In Copacabana, there are 7 favelas. What are they called? They are just inside Copacabana, right behind the buildings. My community. This is the biggest program in South America. By the way, the population right here is 160,000 people, but 50% of the people living in my community, they live in poverty level. Maybe you don't know what means poverty level, but you of course not. $15 a month for a family, 89 real. Think about it, 80,000 people living like that. But surprise, surprise, yeah, between 2 very expensive neighborhoods. The first one down there, Gavia, we consider Gavia to be the Norway of Rio, one of the best social welfare quality in the whole city. And if you want to rent an apartment in Gavia, it's up to you because you're going to pay average from 5 to 15,000 reals a month. checking the internet. On the other side of my favela, another neighborhood called São Paulo, one of the most expensive neighborhoods in Brazil. And if you want to buy an apartment there, up to you again, is you're going to be average from 5 to 25 million reals, something like $1 million American to $5 million American checking the internet. But the question is, how can I explain you guys? Biggest favela in South America, 80,000 people living $15 a month between those two very expensive neighborhoods. How can I explain you this? Welcome to Brazil. That's the only explanation. The country of social gap. And no matter how close we live, we know the city because we work in the city. City addresses. They don't know favelas because Brazilians never come to places like mine. I guide for 26 years now. I worked in the same company for 26 years. I have 3 beautiful faces in front of me today. Thousands of faces from all over the world in 26 years. Think about it. Brazilians may be with me on this tour, maybe 65, 67, something like this. Brazilians don't come to favelas, but they make movies about favelas, they write books about favelas, they talk about favelas, but how come? They don't know us. So today, we are learning about a favela from an insider, not an outsider. And if Brazilians know favelas or not, we exist like the city in the city. This is it. Okay? As for my favela, this is the biggest favela in South America, 4.5 square kilometers, and the population here is 160,000 people. So that's a lot of people in a small place. And that's one of the reasons why the outsiders used to call my favela a rich favela and the city in the city. Well, it proves again that they don't understand favelas at all, because when they say a city in the city, agree. When they say a rich favela, I guess agree. Come on, there are 80,000 people living $15 a month right here. But I'm going to tell what they don't know us, so they don't know what they are talking about. But I know what we are. We are a city in the city, and we are more self-sufficient. And why? Because we're the biggest one in South America. So everything they have in their favela, in my favela, we have 10 times more. And by the way, even in misery, we are more self-sufficient. 80,000 people, 10 times more. Can you see the balance? Okay. But in terms of business, my favela is very powerful. Why? Because poor people in Brazil spend money in poor places. First of all, Brazil is a very expensive country. Second, Rio is among the 10 most expensive cities in the world. Third, the salary in Brazil, something like $200 a month. I mean, is there any difference between $15 a month, $200 a month? Only numbers. But of course, this money is not enough to afford in the city. This money is enough to afford inside the favela. Why? Because in poor places, we don't pay taxes. Consequences, prices are lower. But can I make a little break? Sometimes people ask me like, Carlos, how come you don't pay tax? We have power, we have water, we have schools, we have hospitals, we don't pay taxes. I mean, it's not that we don't pay taxes. The normal salary should be something like $800. They give us $100 and they keep $600. As the water, the power, whatever belong to them, they make money over our shoulders. Somehow, I want to pay my taxes, receive 100% my salary. None of my business. Okay? For the consequence of low prices, we have 160,000 people available right here spending money inside. So that's why we have more than 30,000 people per favela, more than 25,000 people working inside. You know? That also explains maybe why, surprise, this is the only favela in the whole world that leaves banks. Oh gosh, wait a minute, banks? I heard the favela's a dangerous place. Yeah, that's what you heard, for the outsiders. And yeah, we're having here banks, 4 banks, 2 federal banks, 2 private banks. And those banks are here for more than 20 years. It's not a debt. What are they doing here? They are here because even 50% of the people are very poor, 90% of the business is very small. This is yet one favela with more than 30,000 people. Those banks are very clever. They take the money to the favela, inside the favela. For me, comfortable. I don't have to go out of my place to go to the bank. For the banks, much better. Those are the only banks in Brazil never been robbed. Welcome to the only place I go sleep and I don't have to lock my door. Welcome to the only place that you guys can bring your cameras, the money, whatever, you're going to bring it back with you. But I know that this kind of stereotype is deep inside of you. It's very much hard to be destroyed. You know? Because we are blaming communities, especially the poor ones. But let me help you to destroy right now. Everybody heard or saw in the news bad shit about Rio. Everybody knows. That's why they show only. But one day you say, When I go to Rio, I'm gonna visit one favela. Oh, come on. So many bad news about us, and you decide to come to visit favela with me when you come to Rio. That means that you have the power to decide. When you come to Rio, you have right in front of you a big favela. Then you stop in front and say, should I go or not? Should I go or not? That means that now you have the doubt. Because everything you heard about my place back in the country comes to you immediately. Then now, the power first, now we have the doubt. Then the Brazilian come to your ears and say, hey, please don't go, that place is dangerous. Now you have the fear. And now the Brazilian come to your ears and say, if you pay, you can go. That's what you did. Should I go or not? They know what I'm talking about. You're safe now. They are making money out of the fear. Okay? Do me a favor, everyone. When you finish the tour, leave your fear behind. We do the rest.
Yeah, I come from a country that is
Pretty much the same thing, yeah. Pretty much bullshit. Yeah. It's also pretty much like a minority, you know? It's like black guys in America, same bullshit.
Like I think
yeah, they are liars, but now I can tell the truth. You are my environment, you know? So guys, we're gonna walk to the top of the ball. It's gonna be a great tour. There are so many more things to learn about these Brazil. And by the way, Brazil in general, but these Brazilians were flats or the other ones, and vice versa. Okay? Now I'm gonna bring you to a place of beautiful film. Are you ready?
Ready?
Come with me. Thank you.
It's legal now in a lot of places. Yeah.
Most of America
Beautiful,
is
that's
legal.
beautiful.
Yeah.
Did you call this art?
In favela it's legal.
Yeah.
In favela it's legal. You know? By the way, guys, welcome inside. This is the real favela. This is the real favela. Where normally favelas don't have roads. These roads exist before the favela. But favela normally used to be steps. Or narrow streets, whatever. But the road also helped me to classify to rate social classes in favela. In favela, we also have schools. For example, valeu. This guy's a surfer. Also fish da comunidade, surfer in the community. Okay? So welcome everyone. So, listen. It's much easier the road to rate social class. For example, if I live on the main road, I pay much more because it's better infrastructure, two-way streets, transport right in front of my house, and I have a crash. So more expensive. Here, B class, I pay a little bit less. Well, what makes this place be B class? No matter off, no matter down I go, I'm gonna be on the road anyway. Easy access to transport. You know, not exactly so much chip inside, sunlight penetration, clean place. For the hours we go inside the favela, you know, from the middle to the end of the favela, much less infrastructure, much more far from the road, much more staff to carry something heavy over my shoulder. It's uncomfortable to carry a fridge going deep inside the favela. So we're gonna walk in those three different kinds of realities. Main road, B-class alleys, and the last alley we walk is gonna be the Rio Brazil behind the World Cup. They see a B-class alley, okay? 100% favela fucking tour. Don't show that on YouTube. Okay.
A favela tour is proven to be an unlikely endurance test. The 90-degree heat, steep and narrow stairs, my banging hangover, and my slight vertigo combined to make me tap out. I tried to just hang out with the fellas on the steps and smoke a joint about it. But my guide, Carlos, and my partner objected to that diversion. Luckily, Carlos had an encounter with this before and hired us a favela organized bus. This bus was packed to the gills and followed zero COVID protocols. But at that moment, it might as well be a limo to me. This wild ride was not considered the best way to get down the mountain. Most people prefer motorcycles. But I tell you, once we got back down to what I considered the mainland, I was so happy. everything being equal, I'm glad I went on the Favela tour. And I probably would never go back. But, you know, what can you say? I'm a Westerner.